Welcome everyone to our first ever live stream of If You Didn't Know, well now you know. And basically what we're going to be doing this every week, every Monday to start the week off right, make sure that we're pumped up and ready to go. But we'll be speaking on general topics. If anyone didn't know, my name is Owen Sutherland. Of course, I work at a very prestigious car dealership called Street Volkswagen in Amarillo, and they presented me the opportunity to be able to present something with information to you guys. I've been here for about 2-3 months, and within that 2-3 months time, I've learned a lot about this general things such as leasing, purchasing, loans, etc. And I feel like it's great information to kind of get out there to the public and let everybody know what's going on. This is Shane Giese, our new car manager, and he'll be kind of breaking things down for us more in detail on leasing. Before I get into all of that information, all those numbers, all those magnificent things, I just want to let you know about myself a little. So I'm a sales consultant here at Street Volkswagen. We kind of basically specialize in telling customers about the vehicles and what exactly they do. I'm also a senior at West Texas A&M University, and which is kind of what led me to coming over here at Street Volkswagen and kind of getting involved in moving vehicles and selling vehicles. With that being said, when it comes to leasing, that's kind of one of the main things that I kind of noticed that takes place at our establishment right now. I kind of noticed that we do push out a great volume of leasing. How much would you say, Shane?
We do about 80% leasing of new cars.
Okay, and leasing in the past has always had like a negative stigma attached to it. But now I kind of see a lot of positive attributes that kind of go hand in hand with customers leasing vehicles. So with that being said, I just want to introduce once again my guest Shane, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Actually, I grew up in Dallas. I got in the car business after a career with United Parcel Service, UPS, and kind of fell into it because my McDonald's interview didn't go very well. So I had to go to the car business. So I've been in the car business ever since. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Before here, I was with Toyota, and I came to work with Volkswagen. But while I was with Toyota, we discovered that the power of leasing, that you can actually lease a vehicle and own a vehicle cheaper through the lease than if you just did conventional financing. And there's quite a few reasons for that. But I got in the car business. I'm an accountant by education. I didn't go to WT. I went to UNT in Denton, so I was a mean green, and here I am in Amarillo, hanging out with my good buddy Owen.
There we go. So with that being said, we're gonna basically step over to our monitor right now and kind of show you guys a couple of numbers and break it down to see how the leasing aspect actually works. Because like I said, a lot of our customers come in here and they're kind of hesitant on leasing. And I feel like if they really figured out how we break it down and how we work the numbers, because like you said to a customer today, the numbers do not lie. So it's just something that we see every day. And Shane, this is something he does on a daily basis. So let's take a look at the numbers on the screen. All right, so before we go any further, what we're looking at basically, let's say 2017 Jetta, when it first came out, brand new leasing. So we're looking at a 72-month purchase compared to a 48-month lease, and I'll let Shane take over.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about what leasing is. Leasing is residual-based financing. So all that means is instead of me borrowing a whole amount of a vehicle for 72 months, that's good. Oh, there's Owen. It's all right there. Okay, so I apologize. So instead of borrowing the full amount of a vehicle for 72 months and paying simple interest over 72 months, what we do is we break it off. What we do is we borrow a portion of the loan, and you only pay interest on a portion of the loan, which means that you have a guaranteed residual value. So you're going to borrow the selling price and guaranteed residual value. That's how this starts out. So let's take this example for instance. And on average credit, vehicle purchase price on this was $483 a month for 72 months. As you can see, at the end of 72 months, you still have 24 payments of $493. You still owe $11,592. On the same exact vehicle, same exact credit, on the lease, your payments, $108 less a month. So you're only going to pay $375 a month. And at the end of 4 years, you have what's called a guaranteed residual value. Your actual balance on this vehicle would be $0 because you would have fulfilled your lease. If you decided you wanted to keep the car, you could refinance the balance and pay it off and own the car. So taking a look at these numbers, like Owen said before, numbers do not lie. It's all mathematics. So I always usually ask people when I present a lease to them, if you wanted to purchase this car, would you rather pay $483 a month and owe $11,500 in 4 years, or would you rather pay $375 a month and owe $9,959 in 4 years? Pretty simple question. And of course, everybody says, well, I want to do this. So let's take a look at the power of this. Right off the bat, you're going to save $108 a month for the first 4 years, which is $5,184. Then your balance difference between the $11,592 and $9,959 is going to be $1,633. So of course you add that up, you save $6,800 between the two. Now if you were to take the $6,800 and just in the savings, or take the $5,184 that you saved in the payments and taking it off here, your balance is only $4,800 versus you still owing $11,592. So when you take a look at leasing, you know, it's absolutely a viable option for you when you're looking at purchasing a new car. The other great thing about this is a guaranteed residual value. Guaranteed residual value means based on normal wear and tear and the miles we include at the beginning of the lease, I guarantee the value, or Volkswagen guarantees that value to be at the end of the lease. If you have an accident in that car, and let's say a serious accident, the airbags are deployed, but the insurance company fixes it, and that car is worth less, you don't have to keep it. And of course, you wouldn't want to keep an asset that was worth less in its value, and you have an opportunity through the lease to walk away, but on the purchase, you don't have that opportunity. You're still stuck with that car.
So, sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I just want to break down these numbers real quick so that everybody understands where we're coming from. So, with the 48, 483, what we're looking at right now is 4 years. The reason why we're at 72 is because that's the 6 years combined. The 24 times the 48, which is just the last 2 years that you're being left over with. So, what it is now with the 48-month lease, as you can see, at the end of the 4 years, you're left over paying a payment of $11,592. Same thing with the residual value, which is what we're definitely going to guarantee that your car is going to be worth through wear and tear, of course. $9,959. So that's where you're getting the $1,633 from. Not to mention, after the $375 for times the 4 years of leasing that vehicle, it's the same amount of things you're doing. You're saving $5,184. So keep in mind, if you're a customer that comes in expecting a lease, right? Just keep in mind, you should take that extra $108, put it to the side, because at the end of the day, if you save this amount of money up, you're only gonna have around $3,000, if not less, left to pay on that vehicle. So that's just thinking ahead of the game, right?
Yeah. So, and keep in mind one thing, this is a guaranteed residual value. You're not obligated to keep that car. But a lease is no different than a purchase. Like we said earlier, it's a residual-based financing. So at any time during this period, you can trade the car, sell the car, or buy the car. And if you think about it, we're having technical difficulties here.
There we go.
Okay.
Turn it back on.
Sorry about that. Something else for you to all check out over here. You know, Once Upon a Deadpool and things like that.
Get this thing back up.
Well, no problem. But just when you take a look at this, like I said, the great thing about leasing is protected. You're controlling the market value of your car. And if you notice on the numbers of those, that if you're going to owe $11,500 at the end of 4 years versus $9,900, which means at any time during that lease period, you will owe less than you would on the equivalent purchase. So you can trade it, buy it, sell it, whatever you want to do. You'll be in a much better position.
And another thing that I kind of noticed, I had a customer that came in one time, actually, that's kind of a serious situation. It kind of blew my mind. They bought a vehicle, a special made vehicle. And the depreciation on that vehicle, let's say they bought it for like, from 68,000 to 67. Depreciation on that vehicle dropped to about, I believe, 38,000 within a matter of 2 years. Now, you being a customer and you own a vehicle and you find that your vehicle depreciates at that rate, that's something heart-wrenching, you know? So this is why after coming to this store, and I kind of, went around and asked a couple customers that do lease themselves. I don't want to sell anything I don't know about. I kind of said, hey, what do you think about the leasing? How do you like it? And I've heard nothing but great things about it. Hey, it's good. I've saved about $2,000-$3,000 in the process, because a couple of you guys are high rollers out there. So this is you leasing, have an opportunity to change out of your vehicle, and in 3 to 4 years, it's a great opportunity. It's a great situation to really put yourself in financially, because as you see, you are saving a great deal of money at the end of the day. So with that being said, Shane, let's wrap it up for us.
No problem. And like you notice, a lot of times you'll see the ads, be Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, your high-end brands are doing leasing because they understand you're controlling the depreciation. Okay? So that's what we do, and that's why we do it.
So a couple questions to ask you real quick. Who would you recommend leasing to, and who would you not recommend leasing to?
Pretty much what's interesting when I came from Toyota was limited for leasing for people with really good credit. Now what's really interesting is with Volkswagen Credit, we've built up a really good relationship. So even people with marginal credit have the opportunity to lease. And what was interesting is I explained this situation to Volkswagen Credit, because they asked me why I wasn't putting my customer into a purchase. So when I explained to them, I said, well, their payment's going to be $100 less a month, and they're going to owe $1,600 less in 4 years. Which way do you want to finance them? When they saw the benefits of this to their company, to Volkswagen Credit, they said, oh, absolutely. And so they've actually started extending us out to be able to do, we actually do leasing in all tier levels. So there are tiers with people with, extremely awesome credit, and people that have had some credit challenges in the past, they still have the opportunity to take advantage of this great program.
So another scenario, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to know what's in it for us, right? That's the main question people got to ask. There's got to be some type of sketch. So when we lease, what's in it for us, and why do we lease so much? Why would you say that?
Let me explain to you why most dealerships don't explain to you leasing. It's because they want you to buy a car. Because when you buy a car, you're going to need gap insurance in case you get into an accident and the car's totaled and you owe more than the vehicle's worth. The insurance company will pay, the gap insurance will cover that spread. It's called gap insurance. The other thing is, of course, you'll need an extended warranty because we all have our intentions of keeping the car forever and then some, okay? So in the short term, it's better for a dealership if you were to purchase, because they can add the gap insurance, add the extended warranty. But with leasing, you already are under warranty for the full time. Our Volkswagens carry a 6-year, 72,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. So you'll be under warranty the whole lease. Gap insurance is included at no extra charge. But the main reason we lease is because 70% of these people who lease a vehicle, 70% of our customers come back and buy another car, which gives us the perfect used car. If you were looking at a used car, would you prefer to buy a one owner, well taken care of car, or would you rather have one that came from, let's say, an auction that was a rental car at one time? So when you take a look at the quality of used cars that we build from leasing for our used car customers, it's kind of a no-brainer situation for us.
Sounds good. So with that being said, as you see at the end of the lease, there's 3 options, just like Shane was saying. 1, you turn the key in and walk away if you don't want to do the lease anymore. 2, you can refinance it, which is something that we highly recommend considering the amount of money you save at the end of the day. Or 3, which the main reason everybody knows about leasing, is to turn around and put yourself to another new vehicle. Now, leasing and financing, I've seen this kind of explained to me. At the end of the day, sometimes it's pretty much the same thing, because the reason that we notice is that a lot of people actually do not necessarily pay off their vehicles. Within 3 to 4 years, they come back and they say, hey, I want a new vehicle, they trade it in, and with that depreciation that's added onto it, it never turns out to be very positive for the customer in the long run, right? So, which is why we always recommend that, hey, if you're buying a brand new vehicle, you might as well lease it, right? So, with that being said,
I'll add this one last thing. What Owen just touched on is really important, because a lot of people say, I've always bought my vehicles, okay? We have a gentleman sitting here in front of us right now, Dave Moraz, that he actually just traded in his vehicle that he was purchasing and leased a new vehicle. The reality of the situation is we usually don't keep our vehicles till the end of the purchase. We usually very rarely ever pay them off. We had a customer a little while back that said, hey, yeah, I've actually bought my last 4 cars. And I asked him, I said, what color is the title? And he said, what title? Well, didn't you buy the car? He goes, well, I never paid it off. I just got a new one. So he was paying this much per month when he could have been paying this much and saving all this money. So
And let's not forget about that negative equity. Sometimes I've seen a lot of lease eat up a lot of negative equity that customers bring over. Negative equity is never anything to really play around with. I've seen it really do some damage to folks' credit, right? So, you know, at the end of the day, we want to make sure we maintain that high credit score so that we can do certain things in life that we want to accomplish. So with that being said, I would definitely like to thank you, Shane, for coming through.
Thank you, Owen, for having
being
me
on the show today. Why don't you wrap us up with one of your jokes that you always tell? Shane is pretty famous for his jokes.
You got me on the spot
now. Go ahead and you gotta give us your best one, because you know
Oh man, this could be a rough one.
they're gonna know if I'm faking the laugh, so you gotta give us your best one. So
Okay, we'll make this a short and sweet one. So what did one snowman say to the other snowman? You smoke carrots. Have a great day from Street Volkswagen.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.